Welcome to this episode of the Sports Detective Podcast Show. My name is James Williams, and today someone at ESPN just shattered the stupid meter. What are we talking about? Well, as you guys know, Monday night, the Dallas Mavericks defied the odds, and they won the number one overall pick in the lottery on Monday night, and it has been confirmed that they will be taking Cooper Flagg with that pick. But some people at ESPN do not think that they should actually keep Cooper Flagg and that they should rather trade Cooper Flagg and see what type of package they could get for that pick. And that one person at ESPN is my name doppelganger, Jay Williams, who went on to Get Up on Tuesday morning and delivered one of his more probably one of his more dumb NBA takes, which is probably saying something. So let's just go ahead and listen to what Jay Williams had to say on Get Up in his reasoning for why the Mavericks should trade Cooper Flagg or the draft pick that would be Cooper Flagg. So let's just go ahead and watch, and then I got a lot to say afterwards.
Now, I know it's going to be controversial, but if I'm Nico Harrison, I'm trading the pick. Like, look, there's something. He just got back into good graces. I hear you. I hear you, but I'm not sure for a guy like Cooper Flagg. I think he needs reps. I think he needs a lot of room to grow. I'm not sure championship aspirations right away for him. Yes. Now, look, the basketball part of me loves the thought of AD, Cooper Flagg, Derek Lively in the backcourt, right? But when I look at the value, could you potentially package something like this to get a Giannis? Could you package in a one-on-one trade to get a Devin Booker? Could you get a Tyrese Maxey? If your championship window is in 2 to 3 years, could you utilize that pick and some assets?
I wanted to just stop here. I saw someone online talking about this when he brought up Giannis, Booker, and Maxey. And it's like, why are you bringing up 3 different players in 3 different tiers? Just want to point that out.
Somebody who's ready to contribute to you right now with the pressure in the West Coast.
What are you doing now? What are you drinking? What do you got?
There's some good stuff in there. I don't know.
What are you drinking this morning? Are you want them to burn the building down? This is a gift from the basketball gods.
Yes.
You traded Luka Doncic. You get a player in Cooper Flagg who can replace that as the son that these fans can fall back in love with, that they feel like was torn from them. He gets that back. That is redemption. The one thing you don't do is now trade him because you are trying to advance the cause. That piece is going to be part of the cause for maybe the next 10 to 15 years.
What we're not going to do is give Nico false hope. Nico, they still on your ass like Huggy. You got to win. So just because you got to agree means nothing. Right. You have to win. But I will agree with you with this. They have a lot of wing players, so they need to move somebody. I don't know if that's Cooper Flagg, but you have Max Christie. You have Caleb Martin. You just paid Najee Marshall. You have pieces to move and play with. So something has to happen. I don't know if it's Cooper Flagg because Nico, they bought you a little time with that. I don't know.
You have to be reasonable and just see what the market can offer you for somebody like Cooper Flagg.
What are we going to do with them? Jay, what are we going to do with you? What are we going to do? Okay. Guys, I don't know if some of you haven't been watching college basketball, haven't been paying attention to this NBA draft process. We've known about Cooper Flagg for like 3 or 4 years now. This guy is a both sides of the basketball type of player. I was listening to the Bill Simmons podcast. He had the Ringers draft expert come on to that show, and he said that Cooper Flagg is the best all-around draft prospect, all-around player, not the best player, but just all-around draft prospect since that guy has been doing this stuff. So basically, let's say the last 15 years. Okay? Cooper Flagg is a guy. He said Cooper Flagg needs like development, like he is like some sort of project. No. Cooper Flagg can come in right away and play high-level NBA basketball. Guys, think Jason Tatum. That is how good this guy could be. Cooper Flagg, if you're going prospects this century, the biggest prospects that we have had this century, the slam dunk number 1 picks, it is LeBron, it is Anthony Davis, it is Zion, it's Wemby, and it's Cooper Flagg. Those are the top 5. And Cooper is not 5 on that list. He might be 3. That is how good this guy is. That is how special this guy is. He doesn't have the concerns of someone like Zion Williamson. We're like, hey, he's coming out, and everyone wanted the Zion lottery, right? Everyone wanted to win the Zion lottery. He doesn't have any of those concerns. He doesn't have those injury concerns. There's never going to be a concern on like where you're actually going to be playing him. By the way, too, guys, if you didn't know this, he was the best player on the Duke team that made the Final Four. He also reclassified, so he's like just 18 years old. He is going to be a superstar. If he is not the best white American superstar since Larry Bird, his career will be a disappointment. If he is not that good, his career will be a disappointment. It is idiotic to think about trading this pick, no matter who you were. Any of the 30 teams in the NBA, it would be idiotic to think about trading that pick. This guy is going to be fantastic. And Jay Williams knows that. He's not stupid. He's a Duke guy. He's a college basketball guy. He's watching Cooper Flagg all year long. So why is Jay Williams making this argument? Why is he doing that? I have a few theories. One, and I think this would be the most noble theory, he is a Duke guy. Cooper's a Duke guy. He has the best interest in Cooper overall as a player, and he wants Cooper to go into the best situation possible. So he's thinking, hey, well, I don't think Dallas is the best situation. They don't have any draft assets to build around Cooper Flagg with over the next few years. The team's a lot older around him. They're going to figure out the roster too. Like, they have too many guys. They can be able to package somebody for somebody else too. Looks like Gafford's probably going to be out of there this summer. Who knows where he's going to go? But that would be something where it's like, hey, I don't think Dallas is the best situation for Cooper. He's going to the situation where you're always going to be, if you're this, and I was thinking about this with the Luka trade, with the ownership of the Dallas Mavericks and even Nico Harrison, there is no way, no matter what type of level of superstar you are for that team and that organization and that GM and that ownership group, that you are going to feel safe of being a player on that team, that you're going to think that your job is safe, that you're not going to have to worry about ever being traded in the middle of the night for a confusing package. So that's one. If you did that and you're like, hey, I just don't think that's the best situation for the kid, I get that. But I don't know why he just wouldn't say that if that was the case. So I don't think that's the case. So that brings us to one or two other situations here with Jay Williams. And both of these, my name doppelganger, both of these might be actual. I think both these could be true. Both these could be true. One, he is doing this solely to troll, solely for interactions, because I think 99% of people that watch that clip and think of the notion that, oh my God, you should trade Cooper Flagg. I think 99% of people are like, yeah, that's stupid. That's idiotic. If you actually legitimately think that, you're just not a smart basketball mind. So maybe, and this happens at ESPN. And if you listen to some of the guys that have left ESPN, I know Ryan Russillo talks about this a lot, where it's like a lot of times like the producers are just kind of going around to different like personalities, and they're kind of like, do you have some crazy take about this? Do you have some sort of crazy take that you can go on TV and you can just, make a jackass of yourself for 2 minutes straight, and then that's just going to get percolated through the media ecosystem, and it's going to get aggregated 1,100,000 different ways to Sunday, and ESPN doesn't care if the take is terrible and it makes them look bad and it makes the personality look bad. But if it gets 20 million different impressions on all of their different social media platforms, or maybe it's even more than that, they're all happy dory and they really don't care what kind of slop they're putting out there. And Jay Williams is the guy that, said yes in the group chat first. I'll go out on TV and I'll say Cooper Flagg. You want me to go on TV and say Cooper Flagg will get traded? Should trade Cooper Flagg? I'll do it. I'll be that guy. I'll fall on that sword. So it's that, or, and I don't think this is the case, but, well, it actually might be the case. Jay Williams just has a low, I'm going to be specific with my words here, low NBA IQ. A low NBA IQ. And I like Jay Williams. He's not dumb. He's not a dumb person. He's actually a very, very smart person. If you follow him, if you listen to what he says, if you listen to his college basketball analysis, he's really brilliant. But his problem is, every single time he goes on First Take or Get Up, and he's talking specifically about the NBA. It's like, I don't think this is the right term to use here, but it's almost like a code switching thing or it's like this mental block or something that as soon as he gets to talk about NBA, all of the smart basketball analysis in his brain just like, get shitted out of his pants. Because every time, and I want you guys to do this. If you see Jay ever go on Get Up, ever go on First Take, listen to the words that he says and how he is presenting something. He's doing like a Stephen A. Smith impersonation, and he's trying to talk all big and bold and make proclamations and talk about like, oh, this guy's not built for the moment, or look at this guy's amazing. Jalen Brunson's the greatest Knick of all time, bro. And he's doing stuff like that. And the thing that's so frustrating is that, and I was trying to find, I couldn't really find anything too perfect, but I was just scrolling through College Game Day, their Twitter, and I was just trying to find clips of Jay Williams talking about college basketball, because you actually listen to him give analysis on college basketball, he's talking about specific things that go on in the game. He's talking about specific matchups and how teams match up against each other. He's bringing statistics. He's bringing actually, honestly, brilliant, smart basketball analysis. He's talking about different types of motion sets and out of timeout plays that different teams are running in a lot of this stuff, if you actually watch College Game Day or even watch some clips of him. But the NBA, it's all well, I think this guy's overrated, and I'm going to try and make this big bold statement, bro, because I'm going to show you guys how big and smart my brain is, bro. And it's just bad. It's bad TV. I don't know why he does it. I mean, he probably gets paid good money. I don't know if he gets paid extra money to do it, but he's just not good at it for whatever reason, whether he's doing it to try to get aggregated, whether he's told not to do that in production meetings or whatnot. Like, we can talk about all of the stuff with TNT and, what's wrong with the different NBA coverage and stuff like that. But I've been watching the TNT guys a lot this postseason. If you're actually paying attention to the halftimes, or you're even watching a lot of the post-game shows, yeah, is there some stuff where they're going to be ripping guys and stuff like that, and maybe sometimes is it unfair and whatnot, yeah. But actually, like, I was just watching halftime, like, Charles Barkley always tries to bring up stats from the box score. Kenny goes up to the big board and tries to tell you what certain players are or not doing during the game. Like, there's actually analysis going on. Agree or disagree with it? Is it is it like Albert Einstein of basketball talking to you on TNT? No, but it's actually analysis from guys that played. And there's times I'm watching, I'm like, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. But there's other times like, I didn't know that. I'm glad that you noticed that. Oh, wait, I noticed that too. I actually agree with that. But with Jay Williams, it's, I just don't think this guy's ready for the moment. We'll find out in Game 5. Actually, I'm recording this after Game 5 of Boston, New York. Jaylen Brown's got to step up and win this game. That's what he's got to do, because he's a good player. He's an all-star. Like, that's something I could do. That's something I could do. That's something that you could do at home. I expect more out of this person. I expect more out of my basketball coverage. I want you to tell me why. I want you to tell me how they can exploit different matchups. Why are the Celtics not screwed after Jason Tatum goes out? Explain to me why. Give me statistics. Give me how they can play without him. How about this? I just read this online. Last 2 seasons, Celtics without Jason Tatum are 15-3 with a +8 net rating. They're now, can they win the title without Jason Tatum? Probably not. But are they still a threat to win this series? Absolutely. That's actually basketball analysis. That's using data. You could even say, too, this opens up different opportunities for other players to just, have more shots, get into a better rhythm. I mean, I'm doing all this stuff off the fly. I didn't prepare anything for a Celtics thing. It just kind of came to my head. But that's what I expect. That's what I want. And for whatever reason, when Jay Williams talks about NBA, it's just slop. It's just sports media take garbage. Not even good smelling garbage. I guess there is no good smelling garbage, but all right, that's going to do it for this video here today. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Please subscribe. That is the number one thing that you can do to help support this show. It costs you absolutely $0. If you hit the bell notification, you know that you get updated whenever time a new video drops from us. And leave a comment what you think. Maybe you agree. Maybe you're the 1% that agrees with Jay Williams that they should trade Cooper Flagg. You know, and also, too, I just loved your feedback on the video. Would love to hear it. So, again, feel free to check out other videos on this channel. And thank you for watching. We'll talk to you next time.